up, y'all? I'm Customized Key, and it's time for another video. I got my road doggy. My road dog, Ashlei. I know her for a long time. We go way back like 4 flats on the Cadillac. You feel me? So, today we making a video. We telling y'all about party do's and don'ts. If you have a party at your house, what should you be expecting? If you going to somebody's house for a party, what you should be expecting. So, let's go ahead and get into it.
First, get to college. Parties. Everywhere.
All the time.
From
Thursday.
Before school even start, when it's moving time, until after classes are over, like in May. Parties,
and we had icebreakers. Icebreakers were like, hey, welcome to campus. Turn up. Like.
And whatever happens is gonna happen. Don't go anywhere by yourself. Even if it's a party where you like, I want to go to this party, none of my friends want to go, well, you probably shouldn't go. Because you may think you're going up there, you're going to meet up with people or whatever, but if something go wrong, you always want to make sure that you have people who you could trust. So,
even if it get too drunk, okay?
You're going to need somebody to help you walk, somebody to help you carry you out of where you coming from. And some people who you might think is your friends, you're going to realize when you're drunk and you need help, they're not really your friends because they're going to leave you. So, for one, do not go to a party by yourself. Do not go to a party with a group of friends that you do not trust. I have seen people go to a party with people and get left. And then they looking around like, I can't hear people and I don't know where anyone that I came with is at. So don't ever go to a party with people you don't trust. Make sure you always go with somebody you know who you leaving with. And if you do go with a group or 1 or 2 people and y'all separate, cool. But do not leave that party until you find your friend.
And be a good friend. If you know that you go to a party with somebody, you should be leaving with that person. If you decide to leave before they leave, y'all need to at least have a conversation like, hey, bro,
I'm going here. I'm going with so-and-so, you know. You see me leaving? Make sure you see that person leave.
Like,
sure
I got to make this move. You gonna be good? Like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna be good. Who you with? Okay, I'm with Joe, I'm with Jill, you know, and they gonna drop me at the crib. I'm good. All right,
we good to
Call
go
me when you get home, and then we can go from there. Like, being a good friend when you party with people, you got to make sure they good. Also, too, you need to make sure that you make male friends that's at the party that you gonna be at, because if a situation come around where, let's say, a guy trying to talk to you or whatever, and you not really feeling that, and you got a whole crew of females, I mean, yeah, y'all could stop them out, but it's just better to have male friends. Like, I had plenty of male friends. I would just go up to them and be like, play the role.
You my boyfriend.
And just walk up like,
he's being a creep. So
this is Bae.
Hey. Don't get guilt tripped into feeling like you got to talk to somebody, because that person may really be a creep. Like, don't leave with somebody who you like, oh, I seen him before, I met him earlier, we've been kicking the whole party. Like, he could really be a creep. Like, you never know. Like,
and also, when you in a club and when you in a party, if you walking around and you got a drink, always cover the top of your drink, because many times, and I've seen it happen, not necessarily at Michigan State, but I've seen it happen and heard stories about it. People go to parties, people spike their drinks, they drop eye drops in it. Eye drops, when you put that in someone's liquor, it can cause them to like trip out. The people put roofies in there. I've had friends who've been date raped, and just so many things. So just 1, protect yourself, and 2, do not drink off of people you do not know. Yes. I cannot emphasize this enough. On my floor, 1 year when I lived in the dorms, this one girl, she had a drink, and she let everybody drink off of it. And guess what? Not too long after, the whole floor had mono, because they was all drinking off each other. And it's just like, what?
You could pass anything off drinking people, from strep throat to herpes. Oh,
literally.
For real.
You could wake up with a bum that ain't gonna go away. So always be careful of what you drinking at a party. Be aware of who made the drink. Don't take no drinks, other controlled substances from anybody that you do not know. If you don't know where it came from, you definitely want to make sure that you do that. When you go into a party, let's say Ashlei having a party at her house, she had plenty of them.
As I did.
They was
frequently.
They say what's poppin'. As y'all can see, she in a sorority, so that sorority house, you can be juking, baby, okay?
We did a little something or whatever.
Yeah, so you know, even in going to a party, and I'm like, oh, it's a party at Ashlei crib. I'm there as a friend to her house. I'm gonna make sure, one, no matter who in there, that they not tearing her house up, because this is my friend. I'm going to make sure that, you know, it's not people that's trying to steal stuff, people who looking suspicious. If I don't know you, I might have to give you a pat down at the door, because I know that this is a place that I consider safe, so I have to maintain that safety coming in. If you come into the door and we don't know who you are, we like, so who invited you?
Who do you know who lives here? Make sure you know who's in your house, because I will say I did have a lot of parties. And one thing people think, oh, I want my party to slap, I'm just going to put it all over Instagram, social media. Now you got people from the local areas coming in, stealing stuff. They don't know you. They don't know you or your friends. They start fights.
And they don't care.
It's just drama. So just make sure if you do decide to throw parties, keep it intimate. And when I say intimate, like, it don't got to be 10, 12 people there, but just make sure that the people that you invite are people that you know. And make sure you tell other people, like, don't be bringing any and everybody. Don't be telling any and everybody. You can bring your friends, because at least you know if this person came with, if I know if she brought somebody to my house, I'm going to trust that person because she brought them to my house, you know? So also make sure you have a party crew. When we had parties, we had about 4 or 5 people. Like, they might not live here, but they know they are in charge. If they see something that I didn't see, they gonna tell me. If they see somebody doing something shady, hey, what you doing? If they see somebody taking something, have somebody over the drinks. If you're gonna serve drinks, which, you know, if you're gonna serve drinks, that's what happens in college. Make sure, like, somebody you trust is over those drinks. You don't want nobody coming to your party, dropping something in your drink, not everybody in your party messed up. Like, make sure you got somebody watching whatever you decide to give out at your party, because you're responsible for it. Also, have rules to your house. Like, don't just let anything fly. Like, if you don't want people going into the upstairs bedroom, make sure that nobody's going to the upstairs bedroom. Like, people gotta respect your house. Yep. Make sure they respect your house. People are only gonna respect what you tell them to respect in your house.
My man's had a poster, dog. My man's had a poster. Okay? It was this big yellow poster that was on the wall, and it had very clear rules. If you throw up, you clean up. And that rule was universal.
If you break something, tell somebody. People will come in your house and break a chair and leave, and you wake up the next morning like, bruh, like,
I only got 3 chairs to sit in.
My chair's broke. Was Goldilocks here or what? Like, I don't understand. Like, you gotta have rules. Like, do not go in the upstairs bathroom. Do not go downstairs and turn the light on because it's gonna blow up. You know, you gotta tell people what they can't do. You gotta have rules, and don't be afraid to enforce those. And if people don't listen to your rules, kick them out.
Y'all gotta go. Y'all got to go.
They gotta know you
and
serious.
If people don't, they like, nah, man, we good. It's time to squad up. Like, either you gonna go, or I'm finna put this whistle out.
And the gang is about to come in.
And you about to be surrounded, and we gonna have to physically remove you. Knowing that you having something at your house, you have to remember, like, one, you still gotta live there afterwards. So if you know it's rowdy people that's in your house, you might want to ask them to leave, because if you get a noise complaint, which most of the times, if it was a party and it was of a party for, you know, us beautiful people, the cops already knew that the party was going on. And they literally would just sit outside and be like, so we just gonna wait till somebody actually calls us so that we can just tear y'all party up. Like, and that's another thing too. If the cops do come to your crib, don't answer the door.
You don't have to.
You legally do not
unless
have
they
to.
have a warrant. You don't have to answer
and if
the
you
door.
answer the door, then that's being on both sides of this coin. Let me tell y'all how we finessed it. To be honest, if you feel like they just saying, like, you know, it's too loud, turn it down, whatever, cool. They usually don't give out, like, tickets or nothing like that until, like, for noise violations, until they done been there, like, 3 and 4 times, or, like, your neighbor's on some trash and they just keep calling knowing that y'all having a party. Now, from a person who was inside the party when the cops came, depending on what the vibe of the party was like, if I felt like it was a chance that it might, you know, the cops might do too much, if your party on a first floor apartment, I'm hopping that patio, I'm out. If it's in a house, I might tiptoe out the back door, or I might, if I know who house it is, I might just go in their room and chill, because people don't let people in their room who they don't know and don't trust. Or you might get to a point where it's like, look, I'm sorry, y'all gotta go. At that point, you have all the people who you want to keep there, go in your room, go in the bathroom, and just chill out, or have them be real quiet until the cops leave.
There's a lot of people under 21 there. Get them out your house.
Especially if you got liquor
them through the back.
They got to go. They got to go. House parties is low-key like one of the best things that you could do. Oh, it was so many great house parties that I went to in college. And they was all bomb. So, if y'all plan on going to a house party... Oh, this is another thing. Please do not be that girl that go to a house party and you dressed up like you going to the club.
You don't need heels at a house party. Okay? You don't.
At all. Like... You just gonna look like, and you're out of place.
You did too much to be here. You did a little bit too much.
Because all the guys here have on white t-shirts and cargo pants and maybe a pair of Jordans. Don't wear no super fresh stuff to a house party that you know you might get your shoes stepped on. It could be like... drinks being spilled on you. You kind of just got to prepare for that stuff. Also, to remember, house parties usually be in the dark. So, no one's going to see, you know, what you got on. No one's really checking for you. I mean, girls, like, you know, be dressy cute, but guys don't care. Guys will wear the same white t-shirt and blue jeans to every party and nobody's going to say anything. Females, y'all know we can't do that, but it's okay. Dress appropriately. Have fun when you go there. Come with your crew. Stay with your crew. Keep in contact. Do not leave the people you came with. Stick together, because that's the biggest thing, the biggest mistakes that people make. And a lot of people lose friendships from that. If you know that your friends are drinking, make sure that whoever's driving is being the mom for that night, so that everybody can have fun. And take turns with who's going to be the mom.
Set the designated driver before you get to the party. You know, you can't just get to the party and say, oh, who's less drunk right now? You drive. No. Before you get in that party, say, who's driving us home? So that everybody is watching that person. Like, okay, you on drink number 2, don't trip. You driving us home. You driving us home, you know?
Also,
so make sure
don't
before you go
drive.
to the party, pick your designated driver.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
It's not worth it. You're only going to be in college for 4 or 5 years, Lord willing. You don't want something that's going to carry over after you way out of college and now you still paying for something that happened in college. It's not that serious. Sleep there, call a taxi, leave your car, go home with somebody else and go back and get your car. Don't drink and drive. That's just unnecessary.
Yeah, and I know some schools, depending on where you are, they have like shuttle services. I know at Michigan State, if we went to a party that was kind of relatively on the outskirts of campus, close to campus, if the party let out like 2 o'clock, you could just literally go to the nearest dorm and call what was called the night owl. And it's basically this on-campus service that says, hey, if you're on campus, we'll send this bus to come get you, and this bus will take you where you need to go if it's somewhere else on campus. So if you are a freshman, or you know, you are looking into living on campus and participating in dorm life and things like that, look into what resources there might be available after hours to get a safe transport from one location on campus to another location on campus. That definitely made my experience a lot better as far as having to like stay over with friends and maybe like just walking back from my dorm, or, you know, going to a party and not necessarily being able to make it back to my dorm. Like, okay, I just need to get on campus and then I can make it to call the night owl and things like that. So these have been our tips for those of you who are planning on having parties, going to parties in college. We want you guys to be successful. Please be safe. As much fun as we want y'all to have, we want y'all to live a lot longer more than we want y'all to have fun. So keep these tips in mind. If you're having a party, remember,
those rules
is in your hands.
Your party, your house,
your rules. And if they ain't following them,
got to go.
Got to go.
Bye-bye.
Any topics y'all want us to talk about, anything y'all want us to touch on, we'll definitely do that. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And I'm going to catch y'all
later
on the flip side. The flip side.
The flip side.
The flip side.
The other side.
Peace out. Booyah!